I'm going to take a look at this governor endgame situation here. A lot of governor in these. Governor is a card that gives choices that matter to your opponent, and it also tends to lead to games that at least stay sort of marginally close. Both players get their governors, they get their golds, and they want to trash their gold, and so I feel like this is a card that leads to choices that you can do something about. Looking at the board as a whole, there's governor. You do your gain gold, you do your trash gold thing with governor. This board has a little bit of support. It's not really support specifically for governor, but it's support just for like a fast game and good deck in general, which is Silk Merchant, and there's plans. So you can plan on Silk Merchant, get your stuff out pretty quick. You can salvage the Silk Merchants for a little bit of extra economy boost early, maintain the villagers, like you don't just accumulate tons and tons of Silk Merchants that eventually you can't play. That'll make it a fast game. Fast game to start. Governor will make it a fast game to finish, and certainly, we're on turn 9 here, and we're contemplating the end of the game. There's these two piles out, but really we're actually contemplating provinces, which governor can deplete rather rapidly. Salvager can deplete rather rapidly. All of these things. We have our starting hand here. We have 3 governors. We could draw on. We might also not draw on. If we look at our opponent, they gained 2 provinces last turn, and they now have, if you look, played a salvager, gained a salvager, 2 salvagers, and so if they draw fully, chances are is that they'll be able to salvage these 2 provinces they just bought and buy up to 4 provinces. If they don't manage to do that, probably they can still get enough points to make it a hard thing if they do manage to draw. Like if they get 3 provinces in duchy, it's not exactly clear how we're going to come back from that if we don't score a little bit here. And so, it's a tough spot. The main thing is like if the opponent draws completely, they're probably going to be winning one way or another, whether it's emptying the provinces against us if we take some, or getting enough points that we can't come back from it. Certainly there's some things in this kingdom that make it so that you can score on an opponent's governor turn, whether it's salvager, silk merchant, and duchy, or even governor, or maybe if you have a treasure into farmland, and then estate goes into or copper goes into estate. Lots of different ways to be scoring there. And so the first thing is going to be, we don't want them to draw. If we were to draw with governor, it would help them out with that. So the first thing here is don't draw. We don't want to help them do that. We have a nice amount of reliability with Prince Silk Merchant, and so we're not overly concerned if we don't draw about drawing ourselves. We don't really need the opponent's fuel to make our turns work. The next thing after don't draw, we might still be screwed if they have enough governor in hand and can draw out. But the first thing after don't draw is then what are we going to do? We have these 3 governors, we have these 2 golds. In these endgame situations, it's like you go, okay, if my opponent can draw completely, probably they win. So I don't really need to be worrying about these points. If they draw, there's nothing I can do about it. And so certainly we could be taking some provinces here. It might open up the end for them, but we were losing anyways, even if we didn't do it. And so probably in this case, in not drawing, instead we're going to use 2 of these, remodel the golds into provinces, probably gain a gold with a 3rd one, gain one of these golds back with a treasure, and then, we could even be thinking about taking this 3rd province. I don't think it's the most necessary thing ever. We could look at taking something like a salvager instead to give ourselves a little bit more reach, but, it's kind of optional after that. The main thing is don't draw, don't let the opponent have a turn, and if they do, you lose, and if they don't, well, then you're happy that you didn't draw.